We bring everything that is awesome in gaming. What to play next? That's what you find out. This is Minds Beneath Us. We are running a series of games that are either in early access or have yet to come out. So this, we grabbed this right up. What we look for is something that is bringing something to the table as far as gaming is concerned. So we want something that not only, obviously has to be good, but it has to do something with interface. It has to do something with storyline, with gameplay, with game theory. So there's a couple different things that gaming does for you as a player. And we wanted something that just brings it. So it brings it with the game itself, and then it also does something. And this did that. The confirm movements command, press A or D, confirm shift to run. So really simple, it's like a Metroidvania, but it drops you. So was there any response? I don't think so. Weren't you going to go get somebody? We've been awake for a while. No one's come to check on us. The door's locked. We can't get out either. Why are we locked in? That's what I want to know. Woke up here after the accident we had. No idea what went down and it hurts everywhere. But when I woke, you were already up for a little while. Me? Who else? Only the boss of the biggest smuggling outfit in town, Ivan Zhang. Okay, so we're some sort of, really tough guy. The kid knows how to talk. You're quite the smooth talker. Okay, so I don't know if this is one of my flunkies or... Of course. It's an important skill to have when working with you, thanks. I guess I would be high-end. Guess that makes sense. I've been the boss of things. I know all about this. I know all about being Mr. Zhang, the head of whatever it is that I'm the head of. So, what's up, Albert? How's the haps? What do we do? Right, got it. I don't know. What do we do, Albert? Kind of high and dry for information here. If you could feed me some plot, perhaps. Do I think we were arrested? How? Wow. I tell you what, Albert, you were a dislike to begin with, but when you ask me stupid questions like that, his voice is getting stiff. What does that mean? Am I going to wind up in the room with a stiff? Is this foreshadowing right here? I love the background. Look at this. This is incredible. It's got the high rises. It's got the prototypical cyberpunk backdrop there for a story. He's not that good at hiding his nervousness. Interesting. So this is one of my flunkies. Arrested, but we're in a hospital. What are you so anxious about? Hold on. Albert, come clean with me, homie. We both know I'm not the nicest of people. So, just spit it out. Maybe a little. I'm still confused as to what's going on. Well, Albert, we're in a hospital, so how about you ditch confusion? You could go straight for upset, is, for instance, on the menu. That's an option. All I know is I woke up hurting all over. What else do we got besides, upset? We have apprehensive. It would be great if you apprehended. Still can't move my legs. Starting to panic. Wow, I am this dude is cold. I don't know if I can, I'm trying to talk it up, but I don't know. Okay, let's calm down. Let's get oriented. I don't know if I can be that cold. Can I be that dude? Got it. Right. Okay, so that's, calm, assertive. We'll have that calm, assertive energy going on. Sorry, I can take care of myself. It's fine. It's fine. Albert, it doesn't look fine. But, we'll fake it till we make it. I want to get to the bottom of this as soon as possible. Can I just explain to you for 1 second? As a choice, as a developer choice, I hate Unity like you wouldn't believe because it doesn't let me play things with my camera on. It kills my camera. What do you think? So there's going to be a little bit of lag in this, more than likely. I assume they're making Albert stutter, but I am having a little bit of camera lag here too. So, do you think we've been arrested? Albert, we're in a hospital. Could you, like, be positive for me, Albert? Still don't understand why you'd think that. You know what? Just toss it on the table. The cops were literally on our tail. This is unfortunate. Albert, you're the bearer of bad news here. What's wrong? You've been kind of out of it. I do not look like... Look at these jeans. These are the horrible... You remember the two-tone jeans from the 90s? Is this because of the crash? Did you get a concussion? And then it has the, like, third tone on the pocket. I do not look like some sort of a crime boss. I'm not saying it. Are you saying I have brain problems? Let's do it. Let's be a hard ass. Hey, I'm just looking out for you. You know, flunky, that's what flunkies do. And what is this? Like... That had better be like some sort of hardcore necklace. I better not be wearing a goth collar, the man goth collar. No need to be so high strung. Oh, that's interesting. I wouldn't have pegged that for high strung. Albert, what's going on, sweet pea? Can I check the door yet, or were we still having a mental breakdown here? Are you out of crisis yet? Can you try? Can you try to be out of crisis? Can't remember what happened in between either. Okay, well, you know, that makes two of us. That's how much can you recall? We're gonna grill him. We're gonna grill him like a undercooked hamburger. Look, you piece of undercooked hamburger. What happened? That's a little bit. What's a little bit that happened? Why don't you tell me what you know? Need some clues to help me piece things together. Sure, good idea. I'm just chock full of those. That's what bosses do. You know, we sit here and we come up with great ideas, like you telling me what's going on, like I asked you to in the first place. We met up with Chang at the docks at 4 a.m. He said he had a package for us that he smuggled out of the Morningstar Labs. Okay. What was in the package? I feel like we wouldn't have known that, so it's probably a good idea to, like, find out, you know, like, now that we are in the thick of it, what was in the package. Some kind of liquid weapon. Ooh, that's really gross. That's all he wanted to reveal. Oh, okay, so he did tell us before we went down there, you know, like, we had a clue what we were in for. If we wanted to buy, we had to meet him face to face. Well, obviously, you know, this is who we are. Like, let's just come to grips. We're going to have our come to Jesus moment right now that this is who we are, that we would buy a liquid weapon. Should be the one asking that question. Albert, you know, I don't know that you asked me questions. You were the one who verified the contents. I was only responsible for moving the goods. You're shifting responsibility already? Never told us anything about it. Albert, it's not looking good for you. I would invest in balsa wood if I was you. Balsa wood is your middle name right now. I don't think they'd cheat us though. After all, my brother Alex was the one who introduced us. Interesting, Albert, interesting. I'm not really feeling the filial connection, but it's cute that you tried to play my sympathies. Otherwise, this trade would never have happened. What do you think? I'm running a constant stream of what I think at you. This is me, what I am thinking at you. You know? What is up with his name, anyways? So in the end, it was a successful transaction. Chang gave us the goods. We gave him the money. Yeah, you know, I mean, that's like, I've done that from eBay or Facebook Marketplace, you know? Like, this isn't even particularly concerning yet. Barring the liquid weapon part, I can't say I've bought a liquid weapon from Facebook Marketplace. I did all the appropriate preparations to secure the package and we were off. Oh, that's good. So it probably exploded on the inside of the car since you were responsible for it, Albert. And you were essentially a vessel for my hatred right now. But a couple of minutes after we pulled away, things started going awry. Nobody uses that word. Cops just started shooting at us. There were no sirens, no blockades, not even warning. Albert, I would say that, you know, that is slightly more than awry. Like, I don't know the level of cognitive dissonance most people feel if the cops were to just start shooting, but there's awry, which is like when you miss the school bus. and you maybe need a ride to school. And then there's like the cops just start shooting without identifying themselves, and that's what apparently happened to us. I fired back, but my right arm got hit. Alex wanted to jam their comms. You only received strange channel noises. Albert, you just became the king of understatement. Like, we went from here to here on you as a flunky. You're a real person now. That was when I... ... We're a fan of the ellipse in this game. Is this a visual novel? That's when my memory's blacked out. That's unfortunate. We want for that not to happen. I threw off the cops by making them think we went on the highway. I managed to throw them off our tail. Oh, okay, so he passes out because he's weak-willed or something. I have no idea. And then I apparently threw the cops. So, but why are we in this hospital? Like, did I then, like, do I value Albert, so I took him to the hospital, or what's going on here? Did we wipe out? Albert, give me the rest of the details. I clearly cannot move on from the hospital without you spilling the beans, so spill them. Ah, that was great. You got them to chase the wrong car. It's excellent conversational choice. Then we were safe again. We weren't being followed, and our injuries weren't serious, so apparently we got hit by the cops. I mean, a few bullets, whatever, you know, like, the heck with them. Who needs cops? We never checked the car, so I don't know. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, you know, honestly, I've never actually seen that explored before, but if your car is getting shot at, like, God only knows what... Literally, at that point, literally anything barring actual, like, car couldn't take flight. Anything else, though, could happen at that point. Anything else, because we suddenly lost control of the engine and the steering wheel. The engine, like, separately, Albert, separately. Excuse me all over the place if I don't believe that we lost control of the engine and the steering wheel. I feel like maybe you're not that big of an expert on cars. And bang, we hit a pillar. That just only sounds like the steering wheel to me. You know, like, the brakes at that point would have been important. A little bit more than the engine, just saying. If you have no steering, then brakes kind of... There's brakes, and there's the engine when there's no steering. After that, we woke up here. Alright, Albert, well, I'm going to ditch you, honey. The young stud and old geezer left with nothing to do but stare at each other. Yeah, you're a little bit squinky. You're just shooting your mouth off. I'm going to bounce, maybe do some recon. Because you're great and all, but, like, you being strapped to the bed is kind of an ideal situation. You've got a lot of guts to talk like that. It's because I trust you to be a magnanimous man. Wait, what did you do that you need my magnanimity? Magnanimity. Why do I need to be a magnum man? You wouldn't get mad over a trifling comment. What comment did you make, Albert? That's correct. You can keep talking like that if you want. We're gonna choose option B for once. No, please. Accept my apologies. How about we skip? Is there a skip button on you, Albert, somewhere? Can I push the skip button so that we don't have to do this part where you're painful? It was imprudent of me to speak out of turn. I'm still, you know, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, you're at about, like, a 3 or a 4 for being annoying. But I don't really know, barring that you acknowledged I hit a pillar, what you did that would cause you to beg for mercy. So, skip button on Albert. Hit the skip button. Well, that's all I remember about it. Well, that's good, Albert, because, you know, otherwise we would need to keep talking. And you're not the best. Wait, Alex is in another ward? Look, I think it says it on that screen. I can't see what's on it. That's what you told me. That's why I thought the 3 of us were already arrested. Albert, leave the thinking to me. We're not doing the arrested one. That's option B. Just waiting for us to heal so they could interrogate us. Hospital database is connected to the government, so they probably know our identities even if they weren't notified. So we wipe out, and you assume that they might not have checked our IDs yet. The cops might not know who they were chasing. You know, there's that. Do you think ahead, Albert? I'm pretty sure they ID'd patients first so they can contact their families. He's being a lot more careful than usual. He's still hung up on something. Probably the fact that he can't move his legs, honestly. You know, that sounds unfortunate. We still have one important thing we need to do regardless of the arrest. Yes, thank you, Albert. Thanks for that. We need to leave this war, you think? Because unfortunately, being arrested isn't on my agenda. No doctor or nurse has come to check on us. I don't know what this means, but I don't think we should just sit and wait. He's on edge and he doesn't even realize it. I get it. He's not worried about himself. He's worried about his brother. Oh, so he wants to go. We'll all be okay, Albert. Like, both of these are good conversational options. I want to see him to make sure he's okay. Albert, I don't think you're going anywhere. No one responded after you knocked on the door, so I don't think there's anyone out there at the moment. It's probably a good thing. At least we don't get mobbed and interrogated the moment the doors open. So what should we do now? Should start with the lock. I don't know if I get barred for, like, if Albert is my partner in crime here. Every once in a while, you get barred from it just by a conversational option. So I'm going to go ahead and click that because there's no way I'm not doing the lock. So, oh, you're right. You know, that's kind of my job, Albert. I stand here and I'd be right. Good call. Of course it was a good call. And me. Alright, let's rock and roll a roller coaster this sucker. Hospital lock shouldn't be too difficult to work with. Let's see what options we have. Options. Should be a piece of cake. I'm all about it being a confirm investigation commands. Click the door lock to investigate it. So like I said, basic side scroller, but as far as the interaction was completely and totally different. So they took conversation, they took tutorial, and they really did something with it. They paid good attention to weird things like opacity. The opacity of the screens that pop up so that you can either see through them or not based on whether you're talking or whether you're interacting. The opacity of the pop-up is a different level. Make a restricted military grade unbreakable, only open status lock. Left click the door. Military grade alloys, that's interesting. It's kind of a hang up there. What's this do? Is there other things I can... Why would a hospital need something like this? Apparently, I'm going to muse for a little bit, like this, you know. Just stay with us, because can't break this. Maybe need an electric drill. I'm not sure that they would leave one of those lying around. Friend, I mean, are you seeing electric drill on our list of things to do? Power switch for rolling screen, old school lever switch. So then you'll hunt around a little bit. Radiation blocking, then see this is slightly more opaque. Radioactive medication. I'm going to pop out to the Steam developer page because we are grabbing a lot of things in early access and kind of see, you know, like move it forward rather than letting it lag out at this point. Let's take a look at, you know, what the developer is doing as far as... Minds Beneath is a story-rich sci-fi thriller adventure game set in a futuristic Asian city. A society that's become fully automated with AI. You be trapped in a body that doesn't belong to yourself, making choices for him and facing the coming fate together. I had gotten that from their Twitter page, that while you choose to function as this crime boss, you are not him. Like, this is not your life. So a lot of that musing and the decision making, I didn't want to say it if they hadn't followed through with it, but they apparently really do continue with that in the story, where you have this cognitive dissonance, where you're not actually this guy, but you choose to continue with that life because it's all that you have. So you move around a whole lot more than they, you know, let on there. Like I said, it's not available just yet. It's just listed as coming soon. So you can wishlist it and support its development. You can try and break it, etc. Unity is easy for me to crash, and I have a specific way of doing it. So I slow down and cut at that point, because it's like I'm not beta testing this so much as I'm presenting it. So if the dev had sent it to me, then I'd do that, but I just send this back to them to kind of make them aware of, you know, like storyline, what's good and bad. Obviously they aced it. A little bit off on a couple points in the conversation, but I kind of tried to display as a crime boss and then compare to the cognitive dissonance of, you know, what's actually going on. It looked like you could build your story based on what you said. I don't believe that that's necessarily true, as you appeared to have just some sort of aphasia, and then obviously the other guy had some memory loss from the car accident. So you go out and you explore the city a whole lot more. But the interface is awesome, and that's really, I wanted to grab that real fast, just to check on the little things in life, like the fact that when you're speaking, it's semi-transparent. When you're interacting, it's opaque. That it highlights the objects that you can interact with is a big deal. So that's really awesome. You have more than one conversation choice, but that it moves along the same path is pretty standard. And then also the backdrop, the way they paid attention to art and the interface and etc. So thumb and a half, really great debut. I've never heard of Barebones Studio before. So link in the description below if you do want to try it out, if you want to support them, etc. Also down there is Gamer Grind, gamer coffee shipped to your door. You can have your logo put on merch for like nothing bucks. You can support us. We sell stickers, coffee mugs, backpacks. So if you just want to buy a sticker and slap it on something, direct people to our channel. We find everything that's awesome in gaming. So that's down there at KOFI. Buy this chicken coffee, $1, make me smile. We are on Patreon. So if you want to know, how we got involved with gaming, we've done everything from, work a little bit with TV all the way through, gaming itself. I helped launch Bethesda Studios, et cetera, et cetera. So we've been in the industry for literally ever, anything sci-fi, fantasy, etc., from books to everything. So that you get into that a little bit more on Patreon, but subscribing, that's totally free. So subscribe and hit the bell. You get a little thumbnail and just see what we pulled out that really is bringing something to the market that is an awesome game to play or an interesting game to watch. And then we also do blockbusters. We do The Witcher, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, that sort of thing. So you can just see if you want to check it on that day if you hit the bell. So we love you guys. Definitely hit subscribe. We love that you're along for the ride, and we will see you in the next video.